Well, hello, I'm Dr. Mark Howard, and I wanted to share with you a very hopeful understanding that helps with people struggling with cancer, breast cancer, or other cancers. And the understanding I wanted to share with you is the fact that we are all a spiritual energy, really the energy that is behind the creation of life and the intelligence that's in this universe that is part of all of life. And it's a very hopeful message because it allows us to kind of listen for something beyond the kind of physical form we're in and the illness we're dealing with. Because, cancer can overwhelm us. We can get fearful, worried, angry, discouraged. And it's really helpful to know that there's something that we can look to beyond that state of mind. And it's there for us. It's kind of like the human spirit always rising to help us out. It's there to guide us and assist us in life and also in dealing with a physical illness like cancer. Now, people all the time try to get into a state of mind to hear this wisdom. People pray, people meditate, they do yoga, they go for walks, and all of that helps people find this state where they can hear wisdom. And what praying does and what meditation does is it really quiets down your mind. It really quiets down the overload or the fear or the anger. And when people are in those states, it's easy to hear this wisdom. It's easy to hear the intelligence. It comes to mind. But it isn't coming from the outside, you see. It's coming from within you. It's what you are a part of. Now, it comes in many different flavors. So it could come in practically like, you know what, you need to take a nap. Or, you need to have a good cry. Or call your friend and get some support. It might come on a little more psychologically like, man, I'm in a really bad place today. I better be careful how I interact with people. Or it might just say, my mood is really wreaking havoc with me, so I better not make any major decisions today. Or it can be very spiritual, the feeling you have of being one with life. I go on walks a lot and listen to a spiritual person, Sydney Banks. And when I get into this feeling and I get really into the spiritual nature of me, I just feel one with all of life, the trees and everything. Or you get the feeling of awe and wonder, or you get the feeling of gratitude. That's a more spiritual energy. So this intelligence shows up in many, many different ways. One other thing I want to share about this is it's not like it's an unusual occurrence. It happens frequently in many different ways. One of the ways it comes up is resiliency. We talk about people that are facing a life adversity, and their response to it can be very resilient. We look for that. We see that. So people that are dealing with other things other than cancer, like, a catastrophe from a tornado or an earthquake or a flood. And we can hear the resiliency. They don't deny that it impacts them horrifically or, depresses them, or they feel that they've lost something. They'll say that, but they'll also say, but I can't keep looking there. I just give it up to God. Let God guide me out of this. Other people say, you know what? I don't like that it's happened, but I've got to pull myself up with my own bootstraps and look forward. And we call that resiliency, and you see it all over the place in the world. But that's the intelligence speaking to people dealing with adversity. It comes in many forms. So that's the hope, you see. The hope is that you can see things beyond the thinking that we get into dealing with an illness like cancer. And that's a wonderful thing to know that we have the assistance of the world, of this intelligence in the universe that will guide us in terms of walking us through in a spiritual understanding for dealing with our cancer and all of the things we have to face. It's there to help us. I hope this was helpful to you, seeing that there's hope here to know that you are more than your illness. And again, nothing wrong with getting caught up in the emotions of your illness. So I hope you find this helpful to you.
Did you know that not every breast cancer patient needs chemotherapy? In fact, today, there's a way to identify whether or not you'd benefit from that chemotherapy based on the biology of your tumor. To learn more about the Oncotype DX assay and how to discuss the results with your physician, just press this button.